Islamabad is the capital city of Pakistan, located within the Islamabad Capital Territory. It has a population of 2 million and together with its neighbouring twin city of Rawalpindi, the Greater Islamabad-Rawalpindi metropolitan area is the third largest in Pakistan with a population of over 4.5 million inhabitants. As the national capital, Islamabad is the seat of the government of Pakistan. The presidential palace is located here. Islamabad is also home to the Pakistan Monument, which is one of the two national monuments of Pakistan. Islamabad hosts a large number of foreign diplomats, politicians and government employees. The Capital Development Authority is responsible for managing the public works within the city. Islamabad is located in the Pothohar Plateau in the northeastern part of the country, within the Islamabad Capital Territory. The region has historically been a part of the crossroads of Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, with the Margala Pass acting as the gateway between the two regions. The city was built during the 1960s to replace Karachi as Pakistan's capital. Islamabad is a well-organized international city divided into several different sectors and zones. It is regarded as the most developed city in Pakistan and is ranked as a Gamma Plus World City. The city is home to the Faisal Mosque, the largest mosque in South Asia and the fourth largest mosque in the world. Islamabad has one of the highest literacy rates in Pakistan. There are 16 recognized universities in Islamabad, including Air University, Quaid-i-Azam University and the National University of Sciences and Technology. Allama Iqbal Open University in Islamabad is one of the world's largest universities by enrollment. Etymology. The name of the city, Islamabad, is derived from two words, Islam and Abad, meaning city of Islam. Islam, an Arabic word which refers to the religion of Islam, and Abad is a Persian place name that means inhabited place or city. History. 15th century Farwala Fort beside the Swan River. Rawat Fort, built by the Ghakkars in the 16th century. Iwan-e-Quaid, Capital Park. Faisal Mosque. Parliament of Pakistan. Early history. Islamabad Capital Territory, located on the Pothohar Plateau of the Punjab region, is considered one of the earliest sites of human settlement in Asia. Some of the earliest Stone Age artifacts in the world have been found on the plateau, dating from 100,000 to 500,000 years ago. Rudimentary stones recovered from the terraces of the Sone River testify to the endeavors of early man in the interglacial period. Items of pottery and utensils dating back to prehistory have been found. Excavations have revealed evidence of a prehistoric culture. Relics and human skulls have been found dating back to 5000 BC that show this region was home to Neolithic people who settled on the banks of the Swan River, who developed small communities in the region at around 3000 BC. One end of the Indus Valley civilization flourished here between the 23rd and 18th centuries BC. Later the area was an early settlement of the Aryan community. A Buddhist town once existed in the region. Many great armies such as those of Zahir-ud-Din Babur, Genghis Khan, Timur and Ahmad Shah Durrani used the corridor through Islamabad on their way to invade the rest of the Indian subcontinent. Modern Islamabad is based on the old settlement known as Saidpur. The British took control of the region from the Sikhs in 1849 and built South Asia's largest cantonment in the region. Construction and development. When Pakistan gained independence in 1947, the southern port city of Karachi was its first national capital. In the 1960s, Islamabad was constructed as a forward capital for several reasons. Traditionally, development in Pakistan was focused on the colonial center of Karachi, and President Ayub Khan wanted it equally distributed. Moreover, Karachi, having tropical weather conditions, was located at one end of the country, making it vulnerable to attacks from the Arabian Sea. Pakistan needed a capital that was easily accessible from all parts of the country. Karachi, a business center, was also considered unsuitable, partly because of intervention of business interests in government affairs. The newly selected location of Islamabad was closer to the army headquarters in Rawalpindi and the disputed territory of Kashmir in the north. In 1958, a commission was constituted to select a suitable site for the national capital with particular emphasis on location, climate, logistics, and defense requirements along with other attributes. After extensive study, research, and a thorough review of potential sites, the Commission recommended the area northeast of Rawalpindi in 1959. A Greek firm of architects, Konstantinos Apostolos Doxiadis, designed the master plan of the city based on a grid plan which was triangular in shape with its apex towards the Margalla Hills. The capital was not moved directly from Karachi to Islamabad. It was first shifted temporarily to Rawalpindi in the early 60s and then to Islamabad when the essential development work was completed in 1966. Recent history: Islamabad has attracted people from all over Pakistan, making it one of the most cosmopolitan and urbanized cities of Pakistan. As the capital city, it has hosted a number of important meetings, such as the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation Summit. Year 2014 has brought in major changes in Islamabad. Construction of the Rawalpindi-Islamabad Metro bus began on 28 February 2014 and it's expected to be completed by January 2015, with 60 buses initially plying on the route. The Rawalpindi Development Authority oversees the project with a cost of approximately Rs 24 billion, which will be shared by both the federal government and the provincial government of Punjab. In October 2005, the city suffered some damage due to the 2005 Kashmir earthquake, which had a magnitude of 7.6. Islamabad has experienced a series of terrorist incidents, including the July 2007 siege of Lal Masjid, the June 2008 Danish embassy bombing, and the September 2008 Marriott bombing. In 2011, 4 terrorism incidents occurred in the city, killing 4 people, including the murder of the then Punjab Governor Salman Taseer. Tragic air crashes also took place here. On 28 July 2010, Air Blue Flight 202 crashed in the Margalla Hills, killing all 152 flight crew and passengers on board, and Boja Air Flight 213 carrying 121 passengers crashed while making the final approach for landing, killing all on board on 20 April 2012. Geography and climate. Rawal Dam view from Rawal Lakeview Park in Islamabad. Margalla Hills, Islamabad. Lush green Islamabad. 7th Avenue Islamabad. Islamabad is located at 33 degrees 26 N 73 degrees 02 E 33.43 degrees north, 73.04 degrees east, 33.43, 73.04 at the northern edge of the Podohar Plateau and at the foot of the Margalla Hills in Islamabad Capital Territory. Its elevation is 540 meters. The modern capital and the ancient Gurkha city of Rawalpindi stand side by side and are commonly referred to as the Twin Cities, where no exact boundary exists between the two cities. To the northeast of the city lies the hill station of Murree, and to the north lies the Haripur district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Kahuta lies on the southeast, Taxila, Wakant, and Attic district to the northwest, Gujarat, Rawat, and Mandra on the southeast, and the metropolis of Rawalpindi to the south and southwest. Islamabad is located 120 km SSW of Muzaffarabad, 185 km east of Peshawar, 295 km NNW of Lahore, and 300 km WSW of Srinagar, the capital of the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir. The city of Islamabad expanses an area of 906 square kilometers. A further 2,717 square kilometers area is known as the specified area, with the Margalla Hills in the north and northeast. The southern portion of the city is an undulating plain. It is drained by the Kurang River, on which the Rawal Dam is located. Climate. The climate of Islamabad has a humid subtropical climate, with 5 seasons: winter, spring, summer, rainy monsoon and autumn. The hottest month is June, where average highs routinely exceed 38 degrees Celsius. Wettest month is July, with heavy rainfalls and evening thunderstorms with the possibility of cloudburst and flooding. Coolest month is January. Islamabad's microclimate is regulated by 3 artificial reservoirs: Rawal, Simlai, and Kanpur Dam. The latter is located on the Haro River near the town of Kanpur, about 40 kilometers from Islamabad. Simlai Dam is 30 kilometers north of Islamabad. 220 acres of the city consists of Margila Hills National Park. LOIBHER Forest is situated along the Islamabad Highway, covering an area of 1,087 acres. Highest monthly rainfall of 743.3 mm was recorded during July 1995. Winters generally feature dense fog in the mornings and sunny afternoons. In the city, temperatures stay mild, with snowfall over the higher elevations points on nearby hill stations, notably Murree and Nathia Gali. The temperatures range from 13 degrees Celsius in January to 38 degrees Celsius in June. The highest recorded temperature was 46.6 degrees Celsius on the 23rd of June 2005, while the lowest temperature was -6 degrees Celsius on the 17th of January 1967. The city has recorded snowfall. On the 23rd of July 2001, Islamabad received a record-breaking 620 mm of rainfall in just 10 hours. It was the heaviest rainfall in Islamabad in the past 100 years and the highest rainfall in 24 hours as well. Cityscape. Civic administration. The main administrative authority of the city is Islamabad Capital Territory Administration, with some help from Capital Development Authority, which oversees the planning, development, construction, and administration of the city. Islamabad Capital Territory is divided into 8 zones: Administrative Zone, Commercial District, Educational Sector, Industrial Sector, Diplomatic Enclave, Residential Areas, Rural Areas and Green Area. Islamabad City is divided into 5 major zones: Zone I, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone IV, and Zone V. Out of these, Zone IV is the largest in area. Zone I consists mainly of all the developed residential sectors, while Zone 2 consists of the underdeveloped residential sectors. Each residential sector is identified by a letter of the alphabet and a number, and covers an area of approximately 2 km times 2 km. The sectors are lettered from A to I, and each sector is divided into 4 numbered subsectors. Series A, B, and C are still underdeveloped. The D series has 7 sectors, of which only sector D12 is completely developed. This series is located at the foot of Margila Hills. The E sectors are named from E7 to E17. Many foreigners and diplomatic personnel are housed in these sectors. In the revised master plan of the city, CDA has decided to develop a park on the pattern of Fatima Jinnah Park in Sector E14. Sectors E8 and E9 contain the campuses of Baru University, Air University, and the National Defense University. The F and G series contains the most developed sectors. F series contains sectors F5 to F17. Some sectors are still underdeveloped. F5 is an important sector for the software industry in Islamabad, as the 2 software technology parks are located here. The entire F9 sector is covered with Fatima Jinnah Park. The Centaurus complex will be one of the major landmarks of the F8 sector. G sectors are numbered G5 through G17. Some important places include the Jinnah Convention Center and Serena Hotel in G5, the Red Mosque in G6, and the Pakistan Institute of Medical Sciences, the largest medical complex in the capital, located in G8. The H sectors are numbered H8 through H17. The H sectors are mostly dedicated to educational and health institutions. National University of Sciences and Technology covers a major portion of Sector H12. The I sectors are numbered from I8 to I18. With the exception of I8, which is a well-developed residential area, these sectors are primarily part of the industrial zone. Currently 2 subsectors of I9 and 1 subsector of I10 are used as industrial areas. CDA is planning to set up Islamabad railway station in Sector I-18 and Industrial City in Sector I-17. Zone 3 consists primarily of the Margala Hills and Margala Hills National Park. Rawal Lake is in this zone. Zone IV and V consist of Islamabad Park, and rural areas of the city. The Son River flows into the city through Zone V. Islamabad, Rawalpindi metropolitan area. When the master plan for Islamabad was drawn up, in 1960, Islamabad and Rawalpindi, along with the adjoining areas, was to be integrated to form a large metropolitan area called Islamabad, Rawalpindi metropolitan area. The area would consist of the developing Islamabad, the old colonial cantonment city of Rawalpindi, and Margala Hills National Park, including surrounding rural areas. However, Islamabad city is part of the Islamabad Capital Territory, while Rawalpindi is a part of Rawalpindi district, which is part of province of Punjab. Initially, it was proposed that the 3 areas would be connected by 4 major highways: Murree Highway, Islamabad Highway, Son Highway, and Capital Highway. However, to date only 2 highways have been constructed: Kashmir Highway and Islamabad Highway. Plans of constructing Margala Avenue are also underway. Islamabad is the hub of all the governmental activities, while Rawalpindi is the center of all industrial, commercial, and military activities. The 2 cities are considered sister cities and are highly interdependent. Jinnah Avenue, Mega Mall of Islamabad, the Centaurus, PTET and Eyes Tower, Islamabad, Chagi Monument, Pakistan Secretariat, Star and Crescent Monument near the start of Shakaparian, Faisal Mosque, Daman Eco Park, Sunset over the Lakeview Park, View of Blue Area, the commercial hub of the city, Rawalpindi Islamabad Metro Bus near the Centaurus, View of Islamabad from Daman Eco, Safa Gold Mall, F7, Islamabad, Pakistan Monument, Constitution Avenue in Islamabad, Saidpur Village. Architecture. Islamabad's architecture is a combination of modernity and old Islamic and regional traditions. The Saudi Pak Tower is an example of the integration of modern architecture with traditional styles. The beige-colored edifice is trimmed with blue tile works in Islamic tradition, and is one of Islamabad's tallest buildings. Other examples of intertwined Islamic and modern architecture include Pakistan Monument and Faisal Mosque. Other notable structures are Secretariat Complex designed by Gio Ponti, Prime Minister, a secretariat based on Mughal architecture, and the National Assembly by Edward Durrell Stone. The murals on the inside of the large petals of Pakistan Monument are based on Islamic architecture. The Shah Faisal Mosque is a fusion of contemporary architecture with a more traditional large triangular prayer hall and 4 minarets. Designed by Vedat Dalakay, a Turkish architect, and built with the help of funding provided by King Faisal of Saudi Arabia. The architecture of Faisal Mosque is unusual as it lacks a dome structure. It is a combination of Arabic, Turkish, and Mughal architectural traditions. The Centaurus is an example of modern architecture under construction in Islamabad. The 7-star hotel was designed by W.S. Atkins plc. The newly built Islamabad Stock Exchange Towers is another example of modern architecture in the city. Demographics. Islamabad had an estimated population of around 1.67 million in 2011, which according to the estimate of Population Census Organization will rise to around 2 million in 2020. Urdu, the national language of the country, is predominantly spoken within the city due to the ethnic mix of populations. Pothwari is also widely spoken, as is English. The mother tongue of the majority of the population is Punjabi, at 68%. 15% of the population are Pashto speakers, 18% speak other languages. The total migrant population of the city is 1 million, with the majority coming from Punjab. Around 210,614 of the migrated population came from Sindh and rest from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Azad Kashmir. Smaller populations emigrated from federally administered tribal areas, Balochistan, and Gilgit-Baltistan. The majority of the population lies in the age group of 15 to 64 years, around 59.38%. Only 2.73% of the population is above 65 years of age, 37.90% is below the age of 15. Islamabad has the highest literacy rate in Pakistan, at 88%. 9.8% of the population has done intermediate education. 10.26% have a bachelor or equivalent degree, while 5.2% have a master or equivalent degree. The labor force of Islamabad is 185,213 and the unemployment rate is 15.70%. Islam is the largest religion in the city, with 95.53% of the population Muslim. In rural areas this percentage is 98.80%. Per 1998 census, in urban areas the percentage of Muslims is 97.83%. The second largest religion is Christianity, with 4.07% of the population, 0.94% in rural areas and 5.70% in the city. Hinduism accounts for 0.02% of the population, and other minorities 0.03%. Economy. Islamabad is a net contributor to the Pakistani economy, as whilst having only 0.8% of the country's population, it contributes 1% to the country's GDP. Islamabad Stock Exchange, founded in 1989, is Pakistan's third largest stock exchange after Karachi Stock Exchange and Lahore Stock Exchange. The exchange has 118 members with 104 corporate bodies and 18 individual members. The average daily turnover of the stock exchange is over 1 million shares. As of 2012, Islamabad LTU was responsible for Rs 371 billion in tax revenue, which amounts to 20% of all the revenue collected by Federal Board of Revenue. Islamabad has seen an expansion in information and communications technology with the addition to software technology parks, which house numerous national and foreign technological and information technology companies. The tech parks are located in Evacuee Trust Complex and Awami Markaz. Awami Markaz houses 36 IT companies, while Evacuee Trust houses 29 companies. Call centers for foreign companies have been targeted as another significant area of growth, with the government making efforts to reduce taxes by as much as 10% to encourage foreign investments in the information technology sector. Most of Pakistan's state-owned companies like PIA, PTV, PTCL, OGDCL, and Zaruri Taraqqiyati Bank Limited are based in Islamabad. Headquarters of all major telecommunication operators such as PTCL, Mobilink, Telenor, Ufone, and China Mobile are located in Islamabad.